Hi everyone, Ashling Giza YouTube channel. Today I am going to be talking about my Doordash review. So, okay, I've had many encounters with Doordash. During the pandemic time era, they were fine. Like, I would order from McDonald's or Wendy's or just any kind of fast food place during the pandemic because I was pregnant and I really didn't want to go anywhere. I wanted to isolate myself and go to places the least as possible just because, we were all scared. We didn't really know about COVID and what it could do to us. And we still don't know everything about it. But 2 years ago, it was like even scarier because we knew nothing about it. Now we at least know a tiny little bit. So I didn't want to go out and I ordered from DoorDash a lot. So me and my family did. So they did great. I mean, I would get on the app. It was easy. All I had to do was get on there, click on the place I wanted to eat, order the food that me and my kids wanted to eat. And then, in about 20-30 minutes, we would have our food, sometimes sooner depending on where we would go and how far away the DoorDasher was. So, for those of you who don't know what DoorDash is, it's an application that you can upload on your phone or your computer, and it's a place that delivers food to you from like Perkins, McDonald's, Wendy's, Arby's, different places like that to eat. And it's a good app to use, but in my personal opinion, it's only good to use like for really big emergencies. Like, let's say that you've been working all day and you have a toddler at home and you come home from work and you realize you're out of milk. Well, you can get on that app, DoorDash, and click on a convenience store and click on milk and order the milk and have a DoorDasher bring you milk so you don't have to go back out when you just got home from work. So things like that, it's good to use. Let's say you're sick and you don't want to go to the store and spread the sickness to somebody else, but you need Tylenol and you don't have any at home because you ran out. That's another good use for the app. Download the app, um, click on Walgreens or somewhere like that, and then order Tylenol, and then they can leave it at your door. You don't always have to have contact with your DoorDasher. So, with the person that delivers your food or item, you can either have contact with them or put it in the app instructions that you would just like them to leave the item or the food at your door. You don't have They don't have to personally hand it to you because you've already paid for everything on the app before they bring it to you. Here's my problems with the app though. Ever since the pandemic, they have not been good in my opinion. They screw up on where you live. Me and my son, we just ordered milk actually. That's why I was picking that for a hypothetical scenario. We just ordered milk for my son and my son's brother because we were being irresponsible and we forgot to buy milk. We didn't realize that there was no milk left over, that there was only like this much milk left in the gallon. And my toddler, he's still drinking milk like not all throughout the night, but like he'll wake up once and he'll want a bottle. And so we didn't have enough for him to last throughout the night. So I had to get him more. And when I went to order it, they didn't have anybody to go pick up my order. And then the next minute I looked to check my order progress and then they did have somebody. Then the next minute I checked and they didn't have somebody. So it was going back and forth that they did have somebody to deliver it to me and that then the next minute they didn't. So I would have to go up to the little help icon and then ask to speak with an agent and then tell the agent that no dashers being assigned to my order. And so then I had to complain to them that I have sat here for 45 minutes waiting for somebody to bring me a gallon of milk. And nobody has been assigned to bring me a gallon of milk. And then I started getting kind of frustrated because I started thinking, well, geez, I mean, if this is supposed to be an application that's to make things more convenient for yourself, and this is so inconvenient that, in my opinion, that it's to the point to where I could have should have just gotten my car, or my husband, I should have had him before he fell asleep get in the car and just go right to the gas station and come right back home. That's how long they were taking. Usually it never takes that long, but it took 45 minutes just to find somebody to bring it to me. Then once they found somebody, it took 25 minutes to get here. So it took an hour for DoorDash to bring me 1 gallon of milk. So, and then another time, I had a DoorDasher come deliver my food, me and my children's food. And I could literally see them on the GPS because it shows kind of a GPS thing on the DoorDash app. It tracks the location of the person who's going to deliver your food or your item. And I could see the person doing circles. So we live in an apartment complex, and the person was driving around our apartment complex. They were totally not even taking the time to look at the numbers on the doors or look at the address and pay attention to where they were at. They were playing loud music. The dasher, the person who was delivering my items, they were playing loud music to where it was disturbing my neighbors. And so it took them about 25 minutes to find my apartment. And when they did, they had their music blared so loud that it was waking people up because this was nighttime. When I was realizing that I didn't have any milk. So they finally brought it here. So I complained to the DoorDash company and said, you might want to fire that person or have a talk with them because they literally took 25 minutes to find my place. They took a total of an hour and a half just to deliver me 1 gallon of milk. And when they pulled up, they had their music blaring really loud and disturbed my neighbors. And so the company apologized, and they did give me like some DoorDash credit, but like what they gave me for DoorDash credit, in my opinion, was pathetic because they only gave me $7. And did they have to give me anything at all? No, they didn't have to do that. But that $7 is only paying for like a tip, because they like make you pay like a delivery fee, and they ask you if you want to pay a tip. So like the $7 is basically for the delivery fee. So that's all that's all they were paying for my next order was a delivery fee. They weren't actually paying for an order. If they wanted to do something to show a token of gratitude or a token of their apologies to me and for the inconveniences that their company has done, they would actually give somebody $20 or $30. That would cover a family of 5. That would cover a good meal, because it would cover the delivery fee, a tip, and the meal itself. That's showing that you're sorry. $7, that's pathetic in my opinion. It's not doing anything at all. So that was kind of a slap in the face when they tried apologizing to me. It was like an Indian giving apology, because they were apologizing to me, but then they kind of weren't, because they weren't doing anything to show that they were sorry. So like I said, it was kind of a slap in the face. So then, a couple people too who couldn't find my place before, they got lost. And it's weird because, okay, if a DoorDasher gets lost and they don't know where your home is, just like pizza men delivery, it's common sense to pick up your cell phone and call, because back in the 80s and 70s and 60s and shit, you didn't have a cell phone. Not everybody had cell phones to just pick up and call the landline or somebody, if they did have a cell phone in the 80s or something, like one of the big ones, and say, hey, I'm close by your house, but I'm not really finding it. But nowadays in 2023, we definitely all have cell phones and we definitely know how to pick up our phone and call somebody and say, I'm lost. But the DoorDash company, in my opinion, the people who are working for them are not using their brain, and they're not thinking about how, if they get lost, if the GPS is glitching and it's not bringing them to where it's supposed to go, use your brain and your common sense, people, to pick up the cell phone and call the person you're delivering to and saying, hey, I'm lost, I can't find your place. I put your pride down and just call somebody and tell them you don't know where you're going. Because circling around somebody's house for 25 minutes is ridiculous. And I knew it was them because when they pulled up, it was the same sound of their exhaust to their car, and it was the same music as the person who was doing circles around my apartment. So that's how I know it was them. So I've had bad encounters with DoorDash. They're really pathetic apologies to me, in my opinion. Their timing is ridiculous. They take way too long to deliver, in my opinion, and their delivery fees are ridiculous. And just, I also had like somebody from a different country call me, and I could barely understand what he was saying. So I don't know what's going on with that DoorDash company, but in my opinion, I wouldn't go to it. I wouldn't upload the app. It's not worth doing it. I would go to a different food app, or just probably get up and go get the food yourself, because they take way too long. They mess up your orders. They bring your order cold because they take so long to get here. And they're not good at communicating with you, like if they get lost picking up the phone. So that's my review about them. If I were to rate them, a 1 being the lowest and a 10 being the highest, I would say they're probably a 3, which is really bad. So DoorDash, I would probably get your shit together, and that's just my opinion. All of this is my opinion. So yeah, I mean, also, you want to be careful too. I was gonna say, who, like, you really want to be careful using DoorDash or any kind of food apps like that, because you never know who's bringing your food. Somebody could literally like poison your food, or take a bite out of your food, or do something to it like that. You never know. Because there has been stuff on social media and on the news where people have literally put stuff in people's food, or have eaten some of people's food before. It's just disgusting and ridiculous. So I don't know. It's not even worth going to those apps and uploading them and using them. But that's my rant. And I thought that I would just talk about that. And I will be on with another life topic. Thank you.